Hey friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Kaylee and this is Foodie Friday. So this week I am so excited about this video. I am sharing something a little different than what I normally do, and that's gonna be some breakfast recipes. You guys on my Instagram have sent me DMs time and time again asking for more breakfast recipes, and so I'm here to deliver that. So I'm gonna be sharing my top 3 favorite healthy breakfast recipes. These are quick, simple, and so great to eat to start your morning off, because breakfast truly is the most important meal of the day. It really sets the pace for the rest of your day. So eating something that's high in protein, high in healthy carbohydrates and fiber will help keep you feeling full longer and get you through to that next meal. So that's what each one of these different breakfast ideas provides for you guys. So I'm really excited to share these with you. So these are great for post-workout, as well as just something to grab and go as you walk out the door for work. So I'm really excited to share these with you. I just came in from working out, so I'm super pumped about this first one because it is one that I eat all the time post-workout. So without further ado, let's get to the recipes. For my protein shake, I love to include a few simple ingredients that will help me feel full for a long time. So I start off with 1 cup of ice, 1 tablespoon of almond butter for some healthy fats that will help me feel full for a long time, a scoop of super greens powder. This will give me all the vitamins and nutrients that I need that I might be missing throughout my day if I didn't take this otherwise. A scoop of my favorite chocolate protein powder. I will link my favorite protein powder and greens below. 1/2 frozen banana, a cup of almond milk. You can use 1 cup or you can do 1/2 cup and some water, whatever you prefer, and then 1 tablespoon of chia seeds and 1 tablespoon of flax seeds. So I'm going to add all of these ingredients into my Ninja blender cup. I've also linked the blender that I use below. It's my favorite and I've had it for a billion years and it still works perfectly. So we're going to add all these ingredients to our Ninja cup and then we will blend this together until smooth and creamy. One thing, I like a thick smoothie, but if you are somebody who likes something a little more thin, maybe try adding some water in just to thin things out. But I like mine to be super thick and creamy, so I'm only going to add 1 cup of almond milk. Once all of our ingredients are in our blender cup, I'm going to cram the lid on there and then blend this together until everything is nice and smooth. The next recipe is one that I feature on my Instagram all the time. You guys see it in my stories. I eat this on the reg, but it is sweet potatoes and eggs, and it's a delicious sweet and savory combination, and you just need 2 simple ingredients. So we're going to do 1 large sweet potato and 2 regular eggs. We're going to chop our sweet potato up into bite-sized cubes. I usually keep mine a little bit small so that way they can get nice and crispy in our oven. And we're just going to add these to a foil-lined baking sheet. The reason I line my baking sheet with foil is just to make easy cleanup. But all we're going to do to these is drizzle them with some olive oil and then add a pinch of salt and pepper. Toss these around and then we'll just roast these in our oven at 425 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes or until they are tender. 2 pro tips. 1 is make sure you cut your sweet potatoes into smaller cubes. That way they cook evenly, quickly, and they get crispy on all sides. I usually move them around halfway through their baking time, but the way you know that they're finished is if you take a fork and they are tender enough to poke with a fork. Second thing, this is great to prep. So you can have your sweet potatoes cooked in bulk and then just pull them out of the fridge, quickly heat them up in your skillet in the morning, and then add your eggs on top. Once our sweet potatoes have come out of the oven, it's time to cook our eggs. So I usually grease an egg pan, like a small egg pan with olive oil, and then I just add my 2 eggs to the pan. You can scramble these, but I really like a runny egg yolk with my sweet potatoes. That kind of gives it that sweet and savory taste. So I usually cover mine, cook my eggs till they're over easy, and then add my sweet potatoes. You can add your sweet potatoes like I'm doing here halfway through. So once your egg whites have kind of firmed up, you can add in those baked sweet potatoes and cook them until the desired consistency. The next recipe is one of my favorite protein-packed breakfasts. It's so filling, and that's Oatmeal or protein oatmeal. So we're gonna start off with 1/3 cup of dried oats. This is a great recipe because you can make it as large or as little as you like. So I usually have found that 1/3 cup is plenty for me, but if you would like to do 1/4 cup, you can do that, 1/2 cup, so on and so forth. The thing that makes this protein packed is the egg whites that we're going to be adding, which, hear me out, the egg whites are going to make your oats super fluffy and delicious. They're going to add a thick texture and consistency, but you're going to be using equal parts of egg whites. So for example, I'm doing 1/3 cup of dry oats, and I will be doing 1/3 cup of liquid egg whites. And this goes, you know, if you are using 1/2 cup of dried oats, you would do 1/2 cup of liquid egg whites, and so on and so forth. So we're going to be adding the egg whites later on in this recipe, and the next thing we'll be adding is some fruit. You can add anything you like into your oatmeal. If you would like to add, you know, 1/2 scoop of protein powder to give it some flavor, you can do that. But I really like some fruit, so I'm going to be doing 1/2 cup of frozen berries. I like to heat mine up in the microwave. That way it makes kind of like a saucy compote for the top of my oats. And then we'll finish this off with 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. The first thing we're going to do for this recipe is add our 1/3 cup of oats to a saucepan, and then I cover the oats in water. To be honest, I don't normally measure this. I just add enough water to make sure all of the oats are completely covered, and then we're going to turn this on over medium-high heat until it begins to boil. Once it's boiling, we will stir this, and the consistency that you see on camera is exactly where you want your oats to be. The water is almost all the way boiled off, but not completely, and then you'll add in your liquid egg whites. The key is to constantly stir your egg whites until they are well incorporated. You'll know they're well incorporated when you get a very thick consistency. Once that consistency has thickened up, you'll add in your cinnamon or whatever spices you want to add. This is where I would typically add in my protein powder, and you'll mix that until your oats are cooked to desired. Once our oats are cooked, I usually add mine to a bowl, and then I top with some fresh fruit and almond butter. This is my favorite way to enjoy this. All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed these recipes. Like I said, they're my 3 go-tos. I eat these all the time, especially after a workout. They're really great and filling for that reason. But as always, be sure to give this video a like if you enjoy it. Comment below so I can say hi if you are new to the Measure Me Whole family, and be sure to subscribe to my channel so you never miss a recipe. You can also follow me on Instagram at Measure Me Whole for more frequent updates and recipes. And as always, I look forward to getting together next week when we cook another nutritious and delicious dish. All right, you guys, see you next time.